First off, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing his word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is the brother Aram from HMS Jamaica Camp, coming with another quick lesson. And this lesson is gonna be a parable here from Yahushai, book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 45 through 46. And this, it just goes to show how where our treasure should be, or what we should consider our treasure, and also the the cost of that treasure as well. So let me just get straight to the precept. Hopefully this is edifying and exhorting. This is Matthew 13 verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Alright, so we're gonna check on a few words here real quickly. This is the word pearls, right? And there's a Greek for it, right? And it says a pearl, but then check its second definition. It says a proverb, a great word, a word of great value. And the biggest proverb, you can say in a sense, is the scriptures. It's a proverb to a lot of people. It's almost like it's a dark saying. It's a some people even see it as a parable, even though there are a majority of the things written in the scriptures are literal things, even though they have spiritual meanings. And yes, there are proverbs, they are wise sayings, and there are things within the scripture that are symbolic, and needs to be broken down, but ultimately, it says the kingdom of heaven is like a pearl, or a great word, which is because guess what, it's of this truth is of great value, and it's through this truth that we may obtain the kingdom of heaven. We may obtain salvation, being in righteousness as Israelites, under Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and it all starts with this word. But what does it require? We have to pretty much cast off this world. We have to give up everything, even our own lives, in order to obtain the kingdom. So that's the word for pearl. I'm gonna continue. Slovakia. Alright, touch that. It says verse 46 again. It says, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Alright, let me just check great price right here. Alright, very valuable. And then sold all that he had. So we're gonna look up he had right here, and there's the Greek, right? It says to have, to hold, to have, holding on in sense of wearing, to have or hold possession of mind, refers to alarms, agitation, emotions, right? And even when we were just learning this truth, there are a lot of things and that we had in our mind. There are a lot of things that we were emotional about. There were a lot of things that we were agitated. That there are a lot of things that made us agitated. But as we come to understand the scriptures, we understand what to leave and what to keep. Understand how it comes on to even balancing our emotions. Understanding how to discern between good and evil, and knowing what is righteous from what is unrighteous, right? So hold fast, to keep. It says to have or comprise or involve, to regard or consider as hold. And then so that's from a how would I put it, from a metaphorical standpoint. But let's continue. The second definition says to have, own, possess, right? External things such as pertain to property or riches, or furniture, or utensils, or goods, or food, right? So we should be willing the scripture says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the living power. So so at this point, well, not at this point, but it's just clear to understand that, look, even if you're dying of hunger, that doesn't give you the excuse to sin, or to turn from the scriptures, in order just to eat. Even if you're without shelter, even though if you're without clothing, all if you're out there in the wilderness, it doesn't give you the right to do something wicked or unrighteous in order to ultimately please the flesh, or to give that flesh ease. you know Hence, strive for the truth unto death. you know there should be nothing that's out there to cause us to turn from Yahweh Hashem Shai. Because at the end of the day, it's of a great price. It is very valuable to the point where you give up everything for it. All right. B says, use of those joined to any one by bonds of natural blood, or marriage, or friendship, or duty, or law, of attendance, or companionship. So, hey, not even for, hey, shouldn't be for people, not for friends, not for family, not for wife, not for children. It says even those who you have duty or law to. So, a lot of people saying that, well, we tell people that, look, we should be considering to take the MOTB, even when even when it's mandatory. And they say that, look, the scripture says that you should follow the law of the land, and then they try to pull Romans 13, which ultimately they don't understand is it's up to a point. We're compliant up to a point, right? All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. So there are some things that are lawful but are not profitable, and then even outside of that, there are things that you just don't do. If your boss tells you to do something unrighteous, then it's a hell no, right? If you're a woman, there's in the law, when you have people that that commit things such as even idolatry, if you're the one who finds out, you have to be the first one to put them to death. So it's all within balance. It's all up to a point. All right, but here it's even going to show that, look, even those that you have close bonds with, you have to lose and let go. Parents, wife, children, friends, acquaintances, and anyone that you have a duty to, or even just exercising companionship, you have to be willing to let them go for the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom is that valuable, where it costs everything. Just like that line with Thanos, when he made his goal, and young Gamora went to him and said, did you do it? And he said yes. And she said, what did it cost? And he says what? He says everything. It cost everything, right? Third definition says to hold oneself or find oneself so and so, to be in such condition, to hold oneself to a thing, to lay hold of a thing, to adhere to or cling to. Yeah, even certain ideologies and certain things that we cling to, right? So we even have to go to the point of denying our own selves, right? To be closely joined to a person or thing. And hey, even your animals, if you believe it or not, So it really says a lot, right? So we pretty much sold everything, gave up everything, to actually obtain it. All right. Oh, as a matter of fact, I didn't check that word sold. It just crossed my mind. Metaphorically, B, it says second definition, B says of one bribe to give himself up wholly to another's will. And that's what we do to Yahweh. That's how all we operate when it comes on to Yahweh Shai, right? The sell, it says, of a price one into of price one into slavery of the master to whom one is sold as a slave, and we're sold unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're slaves unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're sold unto righteousness. All right. Now I have two quick precepts. Treasure is all right. This is Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there there your heart will be also." And that is it. You know. So which treasure, which are we should our treasure should be that goodly pearl. That proverb, the scriptures, right? To get to sell and to give up everything, to sell ourselves unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in order to obtain it, selling all that we have, to give over all that we have, even ourselves, right? For the kingdom of heaven. Because, it's an investment, First of all, it's our duty as Israelite men, but you know, from another standpoint, it's also an investment. I'm gonna get precept to prove it. Even his own life. Get this as well. And that's one in Luke. Mother, father. Oh, let me use something else. Cannot be my right. This is Luke 14 verse 26. It says, "If any man come to me and hate not," which word hate there goes into disregard, to be dispassionate of, once it comes on to the scriptures, because everything has their time, everything has its place, right? But once it comes on to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and keeping in line with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then you're good. But once any one of these things or these people who would want you to pretty much go against Yahweh Shem Yahushai for them, then it's a no-brainer, whether it's in to do something that's against the scriptures, or especially when it comes down to even like times to come the MOTB, right? It says, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple." So that is it. It costs everything. The kingdom of heaven costs everything, even our own lives. All right. Regeneration. All right. So I'm gonna close out with this. This is why I said that it's an investment. I didn't want this one. Let me find. Shall we go? No. I think it should. Bear with me, Akim. Eternal Kakeo also. Just trying to find a specific precept. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to the math. I can't find it right now, but I guess this one will work. Right, so this is Matthew 19 verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in his throne of his glory, in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that had forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. But yeah, it just shows so that look, it's an investment. All right, it's an investment. But nonetheless, woe be unto us if we preach not the gospel. So, hopefully this was edifying. Once more to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Makakodash, of honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.